I genuinely cannot believe I am sitting here saying this again, but somehow, some way, Formula One is back already. It feels like the 2025 season ended 5 minutes ago. I blinked once, maybe twice, and boom, new regulations, new cars, new engines, new drivers, new drama, same mental illness. This has to be one of the shortest off-seasons in modern F1 history, right? Like, I didn't even emotionally recover from last year, and now you want me to analyze data from a pre-season test that technically isn't even supposed to exist? But yes, F1 is back. And not just back, reset back. New rules, new power units, new aero philosophy, drivers moving like it's musical chairs. And somehow, despite everything changing, Formula One decided to do the most Formula One thing imaginable and host the first shakedown of the new era at Barcelona. Of course it's Barcelona. This track is basically the comfort food of Formula One testing. It's balanced, it has everything, and teams know it so well that half of them could probably drive it blindfolded. So naturally, this is where F1 said, yeah, let's hide everything. And when I say hide, I mean hide. This test was so private it felt illegal to even know it was happening. No cameras, no journalists, no media access, no vibes. Just vibes if you squint through a fence with a Nokia from 2006. And before we go any further, let me make this very clear. I will not be showing any footage from this test. Not F1's footage, not leaks, not grainy potato clips filmed by someone hiding behind a bush with military-grade zoom. I am not risking my life, my channel, or my sanity for that. Take everything I say with not a grain, but a mountain of salt. This is pre-season testing. None of this may matter. All of this may matter. Welcome to Formula One. Months ago, F1 announced this test would be private, ultra-private, locked down, yet somehow journalists still showed up, got turned away by security, and then complained online like they were personally wronged. Brother, they told you. Now, I get being annoyed because F1 released their own curated footage, which, let's be real, is basically propaganda, but being shocked that private security enforced a private event, come on man, use the brain. Anyway, once the media meltdown was over, the test actually began. Day one, the vibes are, okay. Day one went about as expected for a brand new regulation set. Minor issues, installation laps, engineers staring at laptops like they're trying to decode ancient runes. But here's the thing, it wasn't bad. In fact, compared to 2022, this was borderline peaceful. No porpoising apocalypse, no cars bouncing into orbit, no drivers begging for mercy on the radio, and considering how much doom posting we heard from 2024 onward about how these engines were disasters waiting to happen, this was shockingly fine. Except, of course, one team had to ruin the mood. Audi. Yes, Audi, the same Audi that has been telling us for 2 years straight that 2026 is a learning year. The same Audi that has been aggressively lowering expectations like it's a competitive sport. They had an issue early on, very early, like why is the car already back in the garage early? Gabby's run was cut hilariously short, and while I'm not saying this means anything long-term, it certainly didn't scream confidence. Everyone else? Pretty solid. Over 100 laps completed across the field, which is wild when you remember how 2014 went. These new cars actually work. And can we talk about how they look? Because my God, these cars look like Formula One again. Simple, aggressive, none of that over-designed spaceship nonsense. I'm sorry, but aesthetics matter, and this is a massive W. So naturally, I asked myself, can day 2 keep this up? Again? Again. Day 2. Water, chaos, vibes, rain, glorious rain. Most teams immediately said nah and went back inside like it was indoor recess, but Red Bull and Ferrari, oh, they went out. Max and Charles did most of their running in dry conditions, while Lewis and Isaac got some proper wet laps in. And chat, we might be back. Spray looked manageable, visibility wasn't horrific. If last year's Silverstone turned into a foggy horror movie over nothing, then these cars might actually race in the wet. But of course, new cars, rain, chaos, someone hits the barrier. Hadar. Gone but never forgotten. Outside of that, things were still mostly positive. Red Bull's engine, fine. Ferrari's engine, guys, it didn't explode. I repeat, it didn't explode. Charles and Lewis sounded confident, smiling, relaxed, and that terrifies me because when Ferrari drivers are happy in testing, it means one of two things. We cooked, or we are about to suffer historically. But let me have this, just for now. So surely day 3 ruins everything, right? Again? Again. Day 3. Everyone shows up mostly. Ah, yes, day 3. The day McLaren finally decided to exist. Now, look, I don't hate Lando. I actually think he's cool. But McLaren coming off a dominant season meant the pressure was insane. Everyone wanted to see if they were actually legit or just galaxy-brained their way into dominance. They looked fine, which is both good and terrifying. Haas, though, Haas are quietly having a monster test, 3 race distances logged. Ollie was smiling. I haven't seen that since 2016, and as someone who started watching F1 the same year Haas joined, I feel emotionally connected to their suffering. Audi, meanwhile, logged 27 laps and said, "Yep, that's enough." Brother, at some point, doom posting stops being a joke. Which brings us to day 4. It gets worse. I didn't think I'd say this, but there is an engine worse than Audi right now. Aston Martin. James, if you're watching this, I owe you an apology. You warned us. Honda lost staff, development issues, overhype, and what happened? 5 laps. 5! That's not a shakedown, that's a cameo. I don't care it's preseason. 5 laps is unacceptable, especially after the Honda engine was literally god tier in 2021. If this is Fernando Alonso's final era and it turns into GP2 Honda Part 2, I am going to be sick. Everyone else? Shockingly stable. Mercedes good, Ferrari good, Red Bull good, drivers saying the cars feel better, more input, less aero dependency. We might actually be eating good. Day 5. Wrap it up. Final day. Aston actually ran laps, real ones. On low power, sure, but still, progress. Everyone else just chilled. Solid runs, no disasters. And yes, I know, lap times mean nothing. If you believe shakedown lap times, please log off. But Ferrari and Mercedes look quick, and if 2026 gives us a 3-way fight between Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren, with Max causing chaos, I am seated. Now, winners and losers. Losers. Williams. Brother, what happened? Overweight car, crash test issues, aero struggles. After all that bold talk about 2026, this is rough. They'll recover, sure, but this is embarrassing. Aston Martin. 5 laps. Enough said. The media. Private test means private test. Cry about it. Winners. Mercedes. Engine is insane, reliable, calm, confident. Please, just one Russell or Kimi title. Red Bull. Ford didn't fumble, somehow. Car looks clever. George even complimented them, which is wild. Ferrari. The engine did not die. Charles is smiling. Lewis is happy. This is our year. It never is. Bonus prediction. Rookie of the Year? Arvid Lindblad. No debate. And honestly, the vibes are good. Drivers are happy, teams aren't panicking, and for the first time in a while, Formula One feels hopeful. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, join the flock. Good weather for the Sid.